Hello, Aries, and welcome to your September 2022 reading. So, I meditated on your energy, and this month, Aries, you're gonna speak your truth. I just with what came out, I can say right away that that's gonna be the title of the video. So, there you go. The first card that came out, we have the Knight of Swords. So, of course, there's the speak your truth part, but under it, we have the Nine of Swords and Justice in reverse. And this is all the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the inner questioning about all the injustice in your life, all the unbalanced associations, interactions that you have around you, all the unfairness of, you know what, I did this and this and this, and I got this, or I'm acknowledged for this, or that creates this deep set anxiety and sleepless nights in you. With the Knight of Sword, this is like, oh my God, I know exactly what my truth is now, and you're gonna speak it. Second card, Three of Sword. And since this is the Tarot de Marseille, the Three of Sword is not like in the Rider-Waite where you have a heart with three swords in it. I'm hurting my heart with my beliefs. This is when I get the truth that is actually going to break the paradox I was in, where maybe I used to believe two completely different things about myself or about the world at the same time. And that truth from this is going to come and break that. And then the third card, and we have Mr. Black Buddy right here. The third card is the Page of Sword. So you're taking that sword, even if it's like if at the beginning of the month you may be more aggressive with that truth. At the end of the month, you're more, okay, I'm using it and I'm learning more about it, and there's still things that, I'm communicating in a more like, okay, this is what I think now, and I am slowly mastering this belief about me, my life, and now I'm communicating like that for now on. Under our Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords and Justice in reverse, here we have the Devil. And under that, the Eight of Cups. So, of course, the Devil being there, that was a bit karmic. That was a bit lies that you bought about yourself that just put you in the survival mode, in the fight or flight. And it's like you're seeing it. And at the same time, that truth is telling you, you know what? There's an extra cup out there, and I deserve it, and I'm going to go and get it. When I say an extra cup, it's because in the Eight of Cups, we kind of realize that on what we used to allow ourselves to receive emotionally, whether it is on the level of love, joy, peace, serenity, creativity, insight, these are all cups, okay? It wasn't fulfilling. And the Eight of Cups, you see that character taking its willpower, a wand, in the night within himself, because at that moment he knows that there's more out there and he's going to go and get it. Okay? So, under, what was there? The Three of Sword. Yeah. We have the Pope. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, right away, the Pope, beside the Devil, is very interesting, because we're going from, oh, my life is just that, it's always been that, and so on, to, whoa, I know better. I know it exists, and I am going to use my spiritual discernment, my morale, my cosmic intelligence, what I have access to from my cosmic intelligence, and I'm going to apply this into my life. It could be something like the notion that everybody deserves love, everybody deserves to be happy, to be fulfilled, and so on, and to be acknowledged, and to be this and that. Knowing this, now I'm going to apply it into my life, and that understanding will actually move the wheel of fortune. So I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the last month, beginning of the new month, you're living situations that kind of give you this consciousness of, oh my God, things used to be so unbalanced before. Now I see it, and now I want to act upon it into my life. Under the Page of Swords, we have the Nine of Wands. Yes, hold it. The Nine of Wands. And under that, the Six of Swords. So the Nine of Wands is, it's a card that can have, of course, every card has two meanings, but the Nine of Wands, if we let the power of our past hurts and mistakes and wounds be stronger than us, they become our prison. And then we're wary about what's going to come next. Everything that comes from the future towards me. Because, we don't run towards the future. The future comes to run towards us. We're in the present all the time. So what comes towards me, I have to brace myself for, because that's what I'm expecting. Or, I went through all of this, and that's just the proof of how strong I am. And therefore, I become more fearless because of it. And the Six of Swords is that I am in peace with all of the past traumas, wounds, things that were said, whatnot. Now I'm ready to actually turn the page on all of this so that I can be in my new set of being. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles, all about your self-worth, your inner knowing that you are the sum of your experiences, and that makes you rich and solid and strong. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. So, okay, let's see. Let's clarify this. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aries for the month of September 2022. September 2022. Okay, let's look at that Knight of Swords here with the anxiety and the Justice in reverse. The Fool in reverse. And here I have you, King of Wands. So the Fool in reverse right away. That, when we expect, if we have that belief, because we're talking swords here, if we have that belief that the universe is unfair, life is unfair, we've been treated unfair all of our lives, how can we make a leap of faith? How can we jump into something knowing that, we'll be guided in the right way or whatever? How can we trust? Tree of Sword. This is like, I don't really they're jumping into something, because I've been hurt before, and I have like this I've been hurt before, and I have this deep anxiety that things will be unfair, like in the past, okay? And as long as you look at what you have lost, what didn't work, missed opportunities, this is when emotional investments were spilled for XY reasons. Then this gives us, prevents us from being able to actually embark into the next step of our lives. Tree of Swords. Show me the Tree of Swords. Okay, the Moon in reverse. All right, so I have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of the sadnesses are about inheritance. The Ten of Pentacles upright, this is when, we have the richness of all of our efforts and what we have built and all of that. And in reverse, this is when we don't really have access to it. Here I have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands with the Moon in reverse. There's something that will be revealed, let's say, that if you go inside and you really look at things, the truth is right there. And that is actually going to give you the energy to actually go and continue your growth. Page of Sword. Okay. You're going to get the understanding of this. Juggling. So maybe you will see how you've been holding on to certain things that you don't have. Holding on to sadnesses, disappointments, and things like that. Tree of Swords. But see, that's the Three of Swords, and now they're referring to one another. You will get the understanding of how you were walking around with three swords in your heart, and that made you juggle, never being into one pentacle or the other, or not matching your inner world and your outer world for XY reasons, not being able to actually engage into something. You get the understanding of that this month. Probably going to be very conscious of your own devil. And we have the Judgment on your devil, on the restrictive beliefs that you have about yourself that limit you, that prevent you from being in a magician position of manifesting your life. So like this, we can be just witness of things happening around us, but we're not participating in life. We're not able to jump into it and actually manifest what we want. But with the Eight of Cups, it's like, wow, these were just mental limits of beliefs. This was just the devil here. Here's the Pope. I take control now, and I'm bringing my spiritual discernment. Eight of Cups. I'm going to go for that Ace of Cups because now I know it exists. Because it could have been floating around you and you wouldn't have seen it with that. Knight of Cups. It's not just understanding that it's there, but you're actually, that's going to mark the end of a cycle, a transformation. And here, with your relationship with unconditional love and abundance. Let's look at that Pope. Ace of Wands. And here I have the Ace of Cup. It's in reverse. That means that it's still a bit blocked, but it's there. But now you have this new willpower to go and get it. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Cups. You're going to start allowing that cup to come in. Lovers. This is the opposite of the devil. And this is when our feminine is now accessing the unconditional love and abundance. And it is guiding us in our decisions, in what we can manifest and create in this life. It's almost like you were limiting so much what you can experiment, create, and have in this life. Let's look at the Nine of Wands. So I think there's going to be, see, that I'm coming back from all of those wands that I've received on my head that did not bring me anything, that I ended up, investing so much and did not bring anything. That's it. I'm coming back from that. The way I used to bring my fire, because of what I believed and so on. No, you're coming back from war. You understand the lesson about what all of that was about. It's time I'm not going to be resisting or being conflicted anymore about what I want to create. I'm not going to be juggling anymore. Six of Swords. I'm turning the page on all of my heartaches and my sorrows so that I can have access and live something beautiful and positive. This is stepping out of the shadow of disempowerment. Seven of Wands. So you're going to finish the month by being more in the no more. Now I'm standing my ground. After, you're going to transition into the Arrows of Love, Eight of Wands. You're going to start building. But your first step after realizing all of this, it is going to be the no more. I'm not taking this anymore. I'm not juggling anymore. I'm not harboring my sadness, my unfairness, and believing that this is all that I can have. No more. That's going to be, this is like speaking your truth, but in a very no more kind of way. So on this, my beautiful Aries, this is good. This is the beginning of stopping a momentum in order to create a new one. And so on that, I'm sending you all my love and light. If you want a private reading, now my two nieces made me a website. So the website is below, mysticwitchtarot.com. All the booking, the information will be on that, but it's going to be available, opened on Saturday the 3rd. Apart from that, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. Thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on this, my beautiful Aries, no more. I'm going to see you next month. Namaste.